Sometimes it feels like I'm playing Russian roulette with my bladder on the way home. I could just go to the toilet before I leave, but for some reason that seems to be beyond my capability of thought. All I can think is, I want to go home, 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 go, 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 go. Or I could stop drinking water. I just like the added sense of urgency. Get home before you piss yourself. Dominance. Ooh. Oh, do you know, I've been thinking today about my recent video about YouTube Shorts and stuff. And don't worry, before you wonder, this isn't me moaning about YouTube again. I just thought it'd be worth to just state, in case I didn't make it obvious, which I don't think I did really. I'm fully aware that my growth has been quite fast. I mean, I don't know how fast. I don't know sort of like what the time frame usually is to achieve like certain benchmarks or whatever. I just know that compared to some people I watch or whatever, or watched when I started, I can't appreciate the fact that I've done fairly well. My sort of consternation, really, well, that's a nice word, isn't it? Is more based on the fact that it feels like I've been mugged off slightly. To see a video start to do well, then get, I was trying to find a way to say the word kibosh then, and I'm not entirely sure why. To see YouTube put the brakes on it, it's not a fun experience. It feels like they're trying to do me. Pull the wall or something like that. It just feels irritating to see some people. Ooh, fancy, I like that. Dominance. It just feels like they've set a certain amount of goalposts, but they keep making the ball smaller, and then they move it sometimes, and sometimes they swap it for a brick. So it makes me wonder, like, how is anyone, not just me, but how is anyone supposed to do well when the times like the algorithm works a little bit against them? I can only assume from my previous thoughts that because I'm not monetized, they don't as heavily promote it, because although I mean they put ads on, don't they? Anyway, even though I'm a baba, they still lob ads on there, so they all get. I don't know why they do it, but I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to moan again. I've just got a little bit of an obsession with numbers, like increasing stats, and that's literally all. What is that guy doing? That truck's just going to blast past him anyway, isn't he? Yeah, from my days as a small child playing this first RPG, watching those numbers go up, increase your stats. I just find it, an enjoyable experience. So it gamifies it quite a lot. What is that taxi driver doing? I wonder if I'll get beeped again. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird thing where I have numbers that can go higher. Now, like seeing them go high, and then I wonder how they went high, and what I would do to change. Can I change stuff? It's not even as I said to try and grow the YouTube channel. It's primarily just to see the numbers change sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I should. As has been suggested, stop paying any attention to it, and just enjoy the content. Oh, I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy making the videos and editing them, and then putting them on as a short, and then watching everyone say how awful I am. I mean, let's be honest. I bring it on myself all the time. What's annoying is mainly because the videos that do well, I think up to a 1. Are all accidental. Like, I never realised that would happen. It was just something I threw up there, and every time I've attempted to try and play the game, they've not crashed and burned so much as they just haven't done well. So I can't figure it out. If you think if you do well once, repeat the formula. See, look. Everyone's moaning at me. There's people being naughtier than I am. I mean, I'm not being naughty, but they're definitely being a naughty boy. And I may be the Messiah. We just don't know. mean, I still haven't been able to come up with a suitable celebration for hitting 500 in any kind of meaningful way beyond doing a ride, recording it, and saying this is a 500 celebration, which just seems a bit lackluster. I mean, that's literally what I've done so far. I've just rode normally and then just slapped a number on the video. So maybe I'll do a bum cheek reveal, just the one side. You'll do a vote. You pick. I have an interesting tattoo on one side. Ooh, 50-50. Bonus points if you know what it was. I don't have any bum cheek tattoos. Not that I'm adverse to tattoos, I just don't have one on my arse. Come on. I still can't do that properly. 50-50. I was reminiscing at work though as to, you know, where the love of RPGs came from. And I think it kind of like, it stemmed from my love of fantasy books and stories. I get ever since I was a wee bairn, I've always loved them. And once you gain the ability to play them, oh, happy days. I'm not even sure what my first RPG was. I know my first console or first computer was an Atari 1200, I believe. Like, I'm not that old. It's just my dad found one in like a bargain bin at a computer store and brought it home, and we all sat around playing Pac-Man. And from there it was the dizzy heights of the ST, I think, the Atari ST. Commodore 64 was the green one, right? I mean, like the green screen, the tape deck, where you'd load your tape on, and then you'd wait 10 minutes and you'd play a level and you'd flip the tape over. Pull times. Oh, I could have played those games for days though. Like, amazing soundtracks. Weird. I think it all changed when you got the Amiga 1200. Or was it, no, the Amiga? No, not the 1200. It was, I'm thinking of the Atari. It was the Amiga. Oh shit, I can't remember it. I know it was discs. And then it was, you know, you're loading super fast at that point. Oh, lightning speed. And there's all sorts of bits of colour. Lots of them. My friends had a NES. One had a NES and one had a Sega Master System. So everyone would be like trying to, like, whoever had the newest game, everyone would be trying like to bundle into their house to play the latest and greatest. Or was it the Amiga 1200 and the Atari something? Ah, God, that's gonna bug me. That was. I know one was like, it looked like it was made of, like the Atari looked like it was made of wood, and then like when the new one came out, when my dad got the new one, and I think it was like you could play things like Altered Beast on it and stuff, and it looked like you were living in the future at that point. I know I got relatively addicted to fighters for quite a while. So I didn't actually really get into like RPGs until my early 20s, bizarrely. It was Final Fantasy X. That was the one that really got the juices going. Oh, don't go in that fucking overtake lane and then just do that and watch everyone slowly bunch up. If you're gonna go in the right-hand lane, be like quick off the mark. I think you're duty bound to blast it so all the people in the middle lane can safely pull away slower. Just scumbags. But he's a beeper, isn't he? He's a beeper. I find it odd though, because you know, things like Final Fantasy, or at least the English ones, they started on the NES, didn't they? And then the SNES is like the golden age, like the golden age of RPGs, like Chrono Trigger and stuff. I think maybe like the advertising just wasn't good enough, or wasn't as good. Is he pulling out into both lanes? Yeah, he's doing them both, isn't he? He's doing them both. What's happened here? It's that pest control guy again. Oh, we hate him for reasons why. No, they're not so. I can't remember why. For some reason, I saw pest control and was like, oh, I don't like that guy. I may have to review the footage. I'm guessing, yeah, a wild guess, he was simply the one in front of me, and I decided I don't like him. I used to love reading as a kid, though. Loved reading. Well, it's kind of like a secret hobby, because I grew up in Bootle. For anyone that knows Liverpool, it's not exactly like an upper class kind of town. So like everyone else was playing, like running around with like a skinhead playing footy, and I'm like reading James Joyce. No, I wasn't actually. I used to read to my sisters. Like for some reason, like, I don't think my parents could give a shit, but I used to read them bedtime stories, keeping in mind, like, one of them is like a few years older than me, one of them is like a couple of years younger, and I used to go in and read them like bedtime stories. I think it started off because basically I could only read them what I could, like, sort of comprehend. So it started off sort of like simple Wind in the Willows, and then there was, because I remembered the series like a while. Sorry, I remembered the series relatively recently. It was almost like a fever dream. The Magical Wishing Chair. I was like, I'm sure. I was just thinking, did I dream that this existed? There was like a chair, like a normal chair, but it could sprout wings, and then like the children would sit on the chair, and then they'd disappear to like some land of like weird creatures with someone who only lived up a tree and a guy with a moon for a head or whatever. Essentially like the Chronicles of Narnia, I think it just felt even more bizarre. I think I did Narnia as well. That was phase 2, but by the time I'd finished, it was kind of like my older sister, she's like a bit too grown up at that point. So I was like, fine, I'll just read to myself. I think I discovered like the Hardy Boys. That was, oh god, I love the Hardy Boys. It was literally a book series about, I think, 2 brothers that went around the world like capturing and killing animals. I don't know why you've done that, but I know that the road goes to shit up ahead, so I'm not gonna go a bit too aggressive, because I don't want to put myself in an odd position and be in the middle of a friggin' gravel storm. And as we all know, gravel will get you. Gravel's gonna get you. My life changed when I managed to get my first library card. There's I don't even know if it's still there, but there was a library in Bootle, like by the shopping centre, and like you're sorry, I'm trying to concentrate now without smashing. Don't move yet. Don't move yet. We're still filtering. Keeping an eye out. I mean, I'm literally going all the way to the front again. Merge at the merge, because that's just the kind of guy I am. Watch out for that gravel though. Gravel will get you. I know they moved out for me, which is quite nice of them, but I don't think I can get past that truck out kicking a cone, so I don't really want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Yeah, it was the young adult. Once you had access to that treasure trove in the library, and it wasn't like the YA novels you get now when it's like all like Twilight pish. It was I'm pretty sure that's where I got like a load of Stephen King books from. Oh, I didn't have a fear of clowns, and then I read it, and now I do. Like Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I remember my mum being like incredibly proud that her preteen child had read all of Lord of the Rings. It's like, oh, don't tell anyone, I'll get beat up, and they'll beat me up. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird that you could you were at a bullying risk if you were caught reading. Well, that was the thing, wasn't it? Because you used to be like, whoa, I wonder what happened there. I think the clutch wasn't all the way in. You could be called like a SWAT. Like, you know, anyone seen doing too much schoolwork? Ah, swatty. It's like, well, I'd like, you know, to not live in a council house anymore, thanks very much. You know, my dad wasn't a SWAT, and he couldn't get a very good job, so I think I'll put some effort in. I mean, luckily for me, I'll go behind the lead car. Will that make everyone happy if I do that? Are you gonna be fucking happy now? Let's go here. Stop crying at me, bitches. I forgot what I was saying because I was too busy gobbing off. Oh, he wants to go right now, doesn't he? So we'll go this way. This way. I wonder if I can wind up like any more bus drivers. Could have honked my horn. Could have just honked my horn. Seemed a bit presumptuous to do that. A bit presumptuous. Yeah, I ended up going to Formby High School, which meant like quite a long train journey in the morning. It was probably like the best decision my parents have ever made on their like child's welfare, because I think the options for my primary school were not good at all. Like the school's reputations were rough, to say the least. It's where I first started to become immune to criticism, because the one thing you find out quite quickly is when you go to a school in Formby is that a lot of the kids are from well-off families, and some little scally lad from a council estate sticks out like a sore thumb. But my my Scouse accent, it'd gone quite a lot before I'd even left like high school. But the problem was, it's never fully disappeared. You know, I've never quite talked like the Queen's English. I don't even think they talk like that. But I was always noticeably a Scouser for the people of Formby. But my accent was diluted enough that everyone I lived next to thought I was trying to come off as posh. So it was just constant, like there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's probably like the first time you start to realise that words don't really do much, do they? Yeah, words don't really have much of an effect. And the words tend to stop if you gift the worder a nice juicy black eye. Yeah, I'll shut the mouths down, won't they? I mean, from moving around the country and working with people from all over the UK, there tends to be a stigma attached to most like accents or like regions. I remember keeping in mind that like when I joined the army, and everyone you get given a nickname, and it's regional, and then it splits depending on deed. So you'll start off as like Scouse, Taff, Jock. And then eventually you'll be given another nickname, and depending on like Shagger or Massive Wang. But there's like odd times when I've been in situations where I've been quite glad that I don't sound like some thick, I mean as in like a thick accent, not like a thick Scouse. I don't do myself any favours at any time, because both my sisters went to Formby High, and they both joined the Royal Navy, and to hear them speak, you'd think they were born with a silver spoon in their gob. I swear one time, alright, one of my sisters said the word shan't. Shan't! What's that about? Although I'm told I sound like someone from the Wirral. I don't know. Why can't we all wear... Whoa, I was going to say spread the love, but maybe spread the weed. Woo! Someone's smoking up a storm around here. Oh, the smell of it is so pungent. I'm guessing it's from that pub. Yeah, I think my dad was quite ashamed of being from Liverpool, I felt. Because I remember when when I was like, getting ready for shipping off to basic training, his advice was to tell people I came from Sefton, not Liverpool. He wanted me to actively hide the fact of where I was born and raised. I mean, it's generally because, well, at least at the time, I don't know whether it's still the case, but you used to get labelled a thief by quite a lot of people. I remember I was in the storeroom. I needed a special tool for something, so you had a room where all the special tools were kept, and they were guarded by the storekeeper. Ooh, and you had to fight him off to get your loot. And because the guy knew, where I was from, whenever I went in there to get, whatever socket set I needed or whatever, he'd make me clap the entire way around. And then once I'd found what I needed, I had to keep hitting the box. And the joke was, so he knew what my hands were doing, so I wasn't making off with anything. I mean, I did. No joking, I didn't. That's quite harsh, isn't it, really? I mean, luckily I don't care. I just humour the old fart. Maybe I was the problem because I didn't push back. Maybe I should have stood up for Scouse rights. Scouse lives matter. Not that anyone would accuse me of being such. Apparently my wife says when I'm either drunk or really mad, she knows my level of irritation. So there you go. There's a good rule of thumb for YouTube. You'll know if I'm actually angry because I will sound very Scouse. Apparently, that's the gauge. When I start going on K's, oh run, run for your life. To be fair, it's the use of slang and stuff in the workplace that I don't know. There's something that annoys me when I hear like lad, hey lad. Or like the manager's saying, oh yeah, you hit your target, all the targets have been hit, oh that's dead good. Oh yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it's dead good. I saw the bike, I saw it. Oh no. Oh, is he pedaling it himself though? Is he doing it himself, or has he got assistance? Like that bellend doing more than 30 this morning. Doing more than 30, blowing a red light. Do you know what makes me... I wonder what... I mean, do they get picked up by traffic lights? Like traffic cameras? So, if there was some guy on a clearly illegal e-bike going through the sensors at the same time you are, would you get flashed? I mean, and then it goes to, whoever doles out the fines and goes, no, look, they're on a bike, that was clearly you. Or would they be like, too small to like register? Oh, did you just do a big snot rocket? Oh, sick. And not the good sick, the bad sick. At least it's Friday, something Friday. Oh, that's quite catchy, that. Someone should make that into a song.